Black Sabbath. Oh man, welcome back, guys, to another edition of Heavy Metal Month with the Big Talk Podcast with Chris and Greg. This is Chris.
This is Gregg.
Man, that first episode with Crocus was out of sight. It was dynamite.
What do you mean first episode? That's the second episode.
Oh yeah,
Metallica was the first.
Why do I keep thinking it was the first?
Because you're getting crazy.
It was that good.
It was that good.
Yeah, it really was. Now we're on to Black Sabbath, the Ronnie James Dio years. Well, the first set, and then, they had some other singers, and he came back, which we heard in the song there off of Dehumanizer. But we're going to do the Heaven and Hell and Mob Rules albums.
Classic.
So excited. We've already, this is the first time we've touched on Black Sabbath. We did some Ozzy. The first two albums he did with Randy Rhoads, but now we're going to do Black Sabbath. I'm so excited, Greg. What do you think?
We even did Dio. Remember, don't forget about that,
Yeah,
man.
Dio, man. That was great, too.
Those were killer episodes, man.
They were killer. So now, we're going to do the Heaven and Hell, Mob Rules albums, the first two albums with Ronnie James Dio. But first, I got to tell you guys where you can tell us how much you absolutely love us.
Ooh, tell me.
At Big Talk CG.podcast on TikTok and Instagram. If you want to email us, if you got really something you want to say, you can go to bigtalkcg@gmail.com. Twitter, if you want to throw it out in the Twitterverse, it is at Big Talk CG. We're on Facebook. You go to our Instagram bio, you can click our Linktree link. That's where you can find every single place in the universe you can listen to us, even on Mars. It's on Mars, man.
That's funny.
It belongs on Mars.
It belongs on Mars, man.
Spotify, Google, Apple, Samsung, anywhere, dude. We're on like 70 different places. We'd love as much as you guys like to go to our social media and see how hilarious we are, because we are absolutely hilarious. But we would love for you guys to go listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. Give us, a thumbs up, subscribe, like, comment. We respond to every single comment that gets posted on there. We got some correspondence. We got some things going. We love to hear from you guys, and let's keep the conversation going. And let us know what direction you want us to go in. What bands do you want to hear about? Maybe you want some more wrestling. Maybe you want some more metal. Let us know.
Right? Are you ready, man? I got something to say to you, and this is pretty funny.
Okay, before you say something to me, I got one thing that we wanted to talk about on the Crocus episode, but I totally forgot.
Because you were rocking, dude.
Because I was rocking so hard, dude. I got some things I want to show you and the nation.
Okay.
I got a couple things here. Check this out. You guys ready? Let's see if we can get it up here to the camera. This is our brand new caricature logo with the QR code. That's Greg. That's me. You guys want one of these? Let us know if you guys want one. We got a ton of them here. We can send them out. Let us know where we can send them to you guys. DM us anywhere. Message us anywhere. Here's the round copy. Here's the round copy. Stick them everywhere. Look at these stickers.
Oh, that's killer, dude.
Look at those. Awesome.
Did you try the QR code? Does it work?
It does work. The QR code does work. It's a little small. But man, my guy Caesar did all this artwork. A guy I know, he did all this artwork. He went to the trouble of doing all of this for us. I gotta put my glasses on because I can't read it.
Yeah, thanks,
I
Chris.
can't read his handle here. Hold on.
Give the guy the props, man.
I know. I didn't want to just skip over it.
Well, then put your
Here
glasses
we
on.
go. At art_by_C, the letter C, Zuniga. Zuniga. You guys, he's on Instagram. I believe he's also on TikTok. We'll post this up. You guys can check it out. If you guys want some stickers to stick, you guys can stick it, Slaughter style.
Not just smash it.
Not just smash it. You can stick it. Those will be going out. Glasses off. Back to normal life. What do you think? That was my surprise for you, Gregg.
I love it. You always get me good, man.
I get you good, dude.
You know, I asked before we started to record this episode, I asked Chris, hey, what's going on with our characteristics?
I got him like an extra joint in the thumb.
And he kept quiet and changed the subject really fast. And I totally forgot about it until he whipped out the sticker.
Whipped out what?
The stickers.
All right, there we go.
All right, I got a bone to pick with you. I'm upset.
Let's hear it.
All right, so
let's hear it.
One of my regular fans, my friend Julie, who lives in New Orleans, she sent me this text, right? And I want to read it to you because it made me laugh, and I'm sure you're going to love it. It says, Metallica, I don't agree with Chris often, but Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets is not a thrash album. Kill 'Em All is 100% thrash. I saw Metallica countless times at clubs. He says, if I stopped at Justice, she says, I stopped at Justice, got too mainstream for me because I'm a rebel, a loner. And I was like, whoa, no, crazy. And she goes, she was just, for the record, I usually agree with you. So, Julie, thank you for that comment. I had to share it with Chris because I know he would love to hear that. Finally, one of my fans is being won over by Chris on this, or at least that statement she brought.
It's it's always great to hear from someone that used to be one of your fans.
She's still one of my fans. She's still at the top.
That is now one of mine. Julie, thank you. And I just tell it like it is. We're just gonna do this. Then we'll tie a bow on it here. Everybody thinks that Metallica's, they just lump it all into early thrash. That first album was, and then they just kind of like Cliff came in and he really changed that band, and we talk about it a lot during the Metallica episode. But yeah, man, not so much thrash. There are a couple thrash songs, but the albums as a whole are not. Cream rises to the top. Sorry, Gregg, you're at the bottom of the glass. You might not even be in the glass. You might be like that scum that's on the bottom.
I think right now I am. So thanks, Julie. I know you love me, but...
How much did it pain you to read that?
It didn't pain me because, like she said, she mostly agrees with me. So it's always me. I just had to share it with you that for this episode, she agreed with you.
All right. Well, so I love it. I love it.
So we need to hear more episode. We need to hear more people tell us good, fun, different facts about us. If we're right, if we're wrong, your opinion, and we totally love it. Chris, tell the people where they can reach us at.
I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go back around. Then we're gonna get to Ronnie James Dio, Black Sabbath. You can here. Hold on. I thought I was gonna burp. Sorry. At bigtalkcg.podcast on TikTok and Instagram. bigtalkcg@gmail.com. Gregg, I'm looking in your eyes.
Yeah.
At bigtalkcg on Twitter. Look at me. We're on Facebook. You can go to our link tree on our Instagram bio. You guys can listen to us anywhere. You guys can comment, like, all that stuff, guys. We would love all that. We would love to be social media influencers, but you know what we love to do is the podcast, and that's where we want you to go. Listen to the podcast. You're listening now. You're listening. Tell your friends. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it on. Oh, Gregg, what do you want to show?
I'm gonna show it next to my face. How about that?
These stickers will be available soon. Let us know if you guys want one. Let us know if there's anything else you want us to put that image on.
I have legions and legions of fans. I'm gonna pass them out to each one of them. How about that?
Sir, you are gross. We are gonna move on. Let's go ahead and go.
All right.
Heaven and hell. Let's go. This is something I can't get enough of.
Oh, hell yeah.
Heaven and hell, yeah.
This is Neon Nights.
I love it. There is, a lot of people make the argument, and we're going to go into it right now. Probably the only other band that you could actually compare a change of singers to is Van Halen to this Black Sabbath. Great before, great after the change. Van Halen, great before, great after the change. Commercially, Van Halen did better after.
Yeah.
I mean, with Sammy. But there's a big argument about what people like better. Do you like the Ronnie James Dio or do you like the Ozzy? And my answer is, well, really, when Ronnie James Dio joined, they really became very different bands.
Yes,
they really played.
I
different
totally
music.
agree with
You
you on.
that?
I agree with you on that one. I think Tony Iommi said that once Dio joined, they had to look at their music. They had to look at the way they write songs a little bit different because Dio was an established singer, and he brought not only singing ability, but he also wrote a lot of lyrics. For the band.
Wait! I thought Ozzy wrote all lyrics.
Ozzy.
That's what he said.
That's what he said, but that's not what he did.
Yeah, that's not what he did.
Yeah, because we all know Geezer wrote the lyrics.
Yeah, we know what's really going on with Black Sabbath. I love this stuff. What a way to kick off an album. Great opening track, Neon Nights.
And it's killer. It's just aggressive and killer. Look at just hear Dio right there, man, screaming.
His vocal range is amazing. His vocal range, it destroys Ozzy. Don't get me wrong, guys. Ozzy is an icon. He's an all-time icon in heavy metal music. His voice is instantly identifiable. It's unique. All 12 layers of it. And he did a great job of fronting this band. He's a great frontman. Ronnie James Dio is just a different kind of guy. Different school, different style of singing. A lot of the differences between these two guys. I love both versions. If I had to, I don't want to say I have to choose, but I thoroughly enjoy the Ronnie James Dio version of Black Sabbath every bit as much as Ozzy, if not more.
Yeah.
And I'll say it right now.
Sounds good, man. You know what? On this, I wanted to say, if they compare Ozzy to Dio, really, come on. Ozzy had, 8 albums that he did with Black Sabbath?
Yeah.
And Dio has done 4. So is there really comparison? Like, let's hear 8 albums with Dio and Black Sabbath before you compare Ozzy to Dio years. But the 3 or 4 albums Dio did rocks. So let's go on to the next one, man. Start up, man. I'm so excited on this, man. I'm all pumped. Children of the Sea.
This song, the first one was kind of just a up in your face. Children of the Sea kind of really allows, like, hey, here comes Ronnie. This is what we're doing now with Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. Love it.
I heard Tony say that when he had the riff, or he started most of this, the melody did come from Ozzy, when they were still writing songs together and stuff like that. And then it didn't pan out. And then he brought it up and he brought it to Dio, and Dio just threw his magic in there and it worked totally. This is just killer.
Well, I got here, all music written and arranged by Geezer Butler, Ronnie James Dio, Tommy Iommi, and Bill Ward. Lyrics by Dio. So Dio wrote all the lyrics for this album. The music they did together is a collab. But Dio said, here we go, okay, there's your casserole. We got the Black Sabbath, meal going. I'm going to sprinkle my magic on it. Because Ronnie James Dio writes in a certain style. He writes about certain things. He tells certain messages. A lot of his stuff is subliminal, but also right out in your face. Like, you can tell what he's talking about, but he doesn't say it, but it makes it obvious.
Yes.
He talks about struggle, evil versus good versus evil. And he did that through his whole career, man. It's just great the way he writes. He writes in a certain way, a certain style. And with these guys, we're probably like, oh my God, we can finally don't have to tune down. We finally can just really play.
Yeah, or do
I
something.
love
I heard Tony was also talking about Geezer, because he wrote all the lyrics for Black Sabbath with Ozzy. He said with Dio, he said he didn't, for Geezer, all he had to do was help write the music. And, Dio wrote the lyrics, and Dio usually writes dragons and devil and castles, like you said, and witchery and
Mystical creatures.
Mystical creatures. It worked. And that's the way he writes, man. And this is what came out. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's great. This is great stuff, guys. Do not dismiss this. A lot of people just listen to Paranoid. I mean, honestly, some people, Black Sabbath, that's all they do. They listen to Paranoid, and that's the only album they ever listen to. You guys got to listen to this Ronnie James Dio stuff.
I disagree. You got to listen.
Oh, no, I'm saying that's what a lot of people do. Oh, Paranoid.
Yeah, you got to take this album, Heaven and Hell, and Mob Rules as a different tone, different band.
Different band.
Maybe same musicians, different band.
Different band, yeah. I agree. 100%. 100%. You ready to go?
Yeah. Ooh.
Listen to that bass.
That's what I was going to say. Just that bass line is just ripping, man. Yeah. Same thing, man.
right?
Dio just paints a certain picture, man, and he was talking about a lady. And the lady happens to be a little bit evil, so he paints that picture of her. That's killer, dude.
Yeah, dude, this is good stuff. This is great stuff.
This version of Black Sabbath has a certain groove to them, man.
Let's go. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Black Sabbath, and I just want to kind of So basically, here's what happened: is Ozzy, they started the band in '68. That's the earliest incarnation of Black Sabbath. That's when they started. And then Ozzy in '79 was kicked out. They said it was because of substance abuse, drinking, drugs, erratic behavior. I'm sure all of them were doing these things.
Oh, good, yeah. I was going to say that.
I'm not saying they weren't. So I don't know if they just really kind of were like, we're just done dealing with them. But that was it. 79 done. Until, they reunion in, 2007 or something like that.
Yeah.
And so they brought in Ronnie James Dio, and they created these magical albums. But just want to kind of let you guys know, how he left or why he left. And it's as simple as that. It was just drugs, drinking, erratic behavior. We can't deal with you anymore. We're done. We're tired of it. They may have also been tired of carrying the load, the musical load, the lyrical mode, the playing mode. He just shows up, and his performing probably wasn't as good as it probably should have been. And
yeah,
I don't know. I was 3, so I'm not really sure. But man, what a great choice they made, honestly. And they probably couldn't replace him with anyone better than Ronnie James Dio, in my opinion.
No, not at all, man. I think they tried after, Dio doing different things, but that was a different band within itself. This is just killer, dude. Such a good groove, man. Yeah.
Great guitar playing, great musicianship. These guys are just amazing. What a great band. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go to the next song. Title track, Heaven and Hell. Instantly recognizable. All these songs are so far. If any of them, Children of the Sea, some people may not be as familiar, but Neon Nights, Lady Evil, Heaven and Hell, you hear that first chord, you're like, oh, I know that song.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
All 3 of those. And then you give any time to this album, Children of the Sea is definitely going to become one of your favorites for sure.
This is a really heavy riff that's just killer. I think Tony said, I think Bill Ward started the drum beat, and Tony just kind of filled something, and this is kind of what he came out with. Yeah. It was just great, man. And Dio's voice is just amazing on this. You could feel his fucking energy that he's bringing out, that he's singing with such passion, man. This is great stuff, dude. Man.
Yeah. And this album was great. It was received great by fans. It was received great by critics. It was a successful, their highest charting album since '75. So 5 years, I think it was 5. What year did let me look just to get it right. So 5 years. It was the highest charting album in 5 years. So they were doing something right. They were, and like I said, they made the right decision by going with Ronnie James Dio.
Oh yeah.
It's also the 3rd highest selling album. Paranoid, Masters of Reality, Heaven and Hell.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that one. That's cool.
can't get enough of this, dude. It's
Right.
great, dude. It's a head bobber.
Well, the groove from the bass and the drums are there, man.
Oh yeah. All right, let's go. So
Right.
that I mean, these albums are short. The songs are long. It's a 40-minute album. So that's the last song on side 1, track 4. Let's go. Start off. Let's flip the record. Wishing
Oh
Well.
yeah, dude. I was gonna tell you, Chris. Doesn't this groove or the bass groove have such a like a 70s feel to it?
Oh yeah.
Because that's what I felt every time I kept on hearing the song. I was just like, oh damn, love it. You know, and then, you know, starting with Dio, wishing well. So still in his magical castle, there's a wishing well and singing about that kind of stuff. But I love the groove of the bass on this.
Oh yeah. The groove is great. Yeah, I love it. This was produced by Martin Birch. He did a lot of Fleetwood Mac, early Fleetwood Mac, I should say. Pretty much all Deep Purple.
Oh no way!
From 69 to 77. Rainbow. So, you know, he's familiar with Dio and Dio's style. Whitesnake, all the way through the Slide It In album. Black Sabbath, obviously these 2 Ronnie James Dio albums. Blue Oyster Cult from 80 and 81. Iron Maiden. He produced Iron Maiden from Killers through Fear of the Dark. All of those albums.
Wow, that's a lot, man. And those were their classic albums.
Yeah, that's it, dude. That's it. Some Jeff Beck, some Skid Row, Gary Moore, you know, some stuff. But, man, yeah, he's definitely knows what he's doing for sure.
Wow, that's killer, man. I think this is great, dude.
Oh, yeah, this is great, dude. And, you know, I know they came in 2010 and in 2021, they came out with deluxe editions of this album. So 2010, they had the original album, no bonus tracks, and disc 2 had some B-sides, some live tracks, Children of the Sea, Heaven and Hell, Lady Evil, which were some B-sides and some mono instead of stereo singles.
Oh, okay.
Neon Nights, Children of the Sea, Heaven and Hell, and Die Young Alive from 1980 in Hartford, Connecticut. So you got that. And that was another, 45 minutes. That was another record, dude, right there. Another 7 tracks. Then in 2021, they released the 2021 Deluxe Edition. Man, this thing is chock full. Original album. It's got Children of the Sea Live, which was the B-sides, but then it has 4 songs that were live at Hartford, Connecticut. And it's got another 4 songs that were live in London, UK, between January 31st, 81 and January 2nd, 1982. Did I say January? I meant December 31st, 81.
It's all right,
January
man.
2nd.
It's all right, baby.
Over that New Year's weekend.
Yeah, why don't you go on to the next song, man? What
go.
we got? What's next?
Die Young.
Yeah.
Love it, dude. I love this song, dude.
Yeah, me too. What I do love about it, too, is the keyboards. You notice
Yep.
that? On the other songs, I didn't hear them as if they were there. They're definitely very subtle in the background. This one in the forefront, but it does lay groundwork. It does paint a picture of what the song's going to sound or something that they're going after. And they weren't scared to put keyboards on the...
Yep.
on the album, which probably follows Dio, because I know Dio does a lot of keyboards on his, solo albums. But like I said, they're very subtle. They're not force-fed, our throats.
Yeah.
That type of stuff.
So Jeff Nichols was the keyboard player that played on this, and he played on keyboards for Black Sabbath. He was like their studio keyboard. Played on Heaven and Hell, Mob Rules, 1983's Born Again, 86 Seventh Star, 1987's The Eternal Idol, Headless Cross, Tear, Dehumanizer, Cross Purposes, and Forbid. He was their keyboard player. Basically, their whole time they were using keyboards. A couple live albums. And he was definitely a staple of this band post-Ozzy.
Definitely, man.
Post-Ozzy, for sure. Yeah, dude, this is good stuff right here, dude.
You could definitely tell in their presence on this song. You can tell there's a lot of kickback. There's a lot of feel to it. Ronnie's vocals doesn't sound like aggressive like the first few songs like this. A little more kickback, a little more different, but still good, still powerful, still aggressive.
Love it.
Right?
I love the bass in this song is great. Just like the mixing, the producing on this album was really good. It allowed everybody to shine. Sometimes I feel like the focus was put too much, not too much, but a lot on Ozzy and what he could do. Kind of became like the fixture for that. I love this part right here where they break it down.
See, trying new things. Like, you probably couldn't do this amount of stuff with Ozzy. Dio could do it, man.
Ozzy could. He'd be like,
hey, don't bag on him, dude.
I'm not bagging on him.
That's different. You know what? Next year we're gonna do Black Sabbath.
Good.
Ozzy years.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to do that.
And we're gonna start off with it too. Just shove it in your face.
Hey, that's the first band next year. There we go. It's been set in stone. Gregg said it.
I didn't say stone, man.
Love it.
I just put it on paper, man. I didn't put it on stone.
If you can even find that thing again. Your little notebook. Die Young, great song.
Yeah, go ahead,
dude.
man. Good stuff.
Has a 70s feel on it.
Yeah.
This is great. This is something new for them, for Black Sabbath. It's totally new.
See, the bass groove. I love this.
It's great, dude. I like it when you can, obviously headphones. I love it when you can hear all the instruments. Like, you can pick them out. I love that camaraderie that the instruments play together, but I also love to hear the separation and be able to hear the individuality of each player in the band. It's great.
I want to say this was the standout deep cut for me.
You might be right, yeah.
For me, this was the one, like, it really, I heard it and I was just mesmerized. Not that the guys can play this different, maybe a little funky, but still I thought, wow, this was good. Maybe all I know is the hits. I need to get a little deeper, and this was definitely one that I just kept on loving every time I kept on doing my homework. See, Walk Away. He's not really talking about dragons. He ain't talking about knights. He's talking about saving the princess, from the castle. He's just saying, walk away, baby. Hey, you know what, Chris?
Princess
walk
Peach?
away. Yeah, he didn't say no Princess Peach. He's like, walk away. Sometimes in the sunlight, you got walk away. Sometimes in the darkness,
walk away to see another day. Something some people definitely should hear today in 2023. Nobody walks away anymore, even if you look at someone wrong.
Yeah, because they take an Uber. Don't walk away. Uber away. That's what I do. A new song. Uber away.
I have no idea what you're talking about anymore.
They get on a scooter, Chris. Scooter away.
Yeah, this is great, dude.
Yeah.
That bass is killer.
Man.
You guys, get this guy's crank it in your car, crank it in your headphones. This is great stuff. It's a very 70s vibe. The harmonies they're singing, the bass, 70s, that guitar sound just sounds so 70s. They don't have that tuned down sound that they had a lot when they were playing with Ozzy. I love this, dude. I cannot get enough of it.
I would say Geezer Butler's my hero for this album.
Well, that's easy.
You agree with me on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He definitely was given the freedom to play in all the ways he could, but wished he could have played all along through the 70s.
Wow, that was a good one. You want to bring me to the last track on this album?
I'll bring you to the last track. I'll bring it on home.
Yeah.
This is the last track, guys. There's only 8 songs on this. 39 minutes, 46 seconds. Lonely is the word. love this one.
That's just.
I'm gonna say this about every song we're gonna listen to today. I love this one. I don't even know if I need to say it anymore because I'm just saying I love it. I love it.
No.
I love it.
You ain't seen Killer enough.
Dude, this shit is killer, bro.
Yeah.
Factoid. You ready for some factoids?
Give it to me, baby.
All right. Released April 18th, 1980. Recorded at the Criteria Studios in Miami and Ferber, Paris. 39 minutes, 46 seconds on Vertigo label. Martin Birch was the producer. Here we go. 3 singles from this album. Neon Nights and Lady Evil and Die Young. Now let's go to what we know about the charts.
All right.
Canada 23, Germany 37, Japan. Come on, Japan. Get with the Big Talk podcast. We love you guys over there. I'm gonna travel over there. I'm just gonna start downloading. They hit number 60. New Zealand 44, Norway 22,
Japan.
Sweden 25, UK 9, and the United States of America 28.
Wait, did you say Sweden?
Sweden 25.
Yeah. I like it.
In 2020, it recharted in Poland at 47. Killer. In Finland in 2021, it charted at 39. Canada certified gold with 50,000. UK, it's gold with 100, and the United States one-time platinum. I don't even know if that's true. It's got to be 2 by now. I got to start digging deeper on some of this. Only 1 million?
Yeah, see, I disagree with you on that one. I think it's a lot higher, but
No, I think it's higher. That's what I'm telling you.
well,
you think
okay, we both agree that we believe it's higher.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with that.
So then the singles, Neon Nights in UK charted 22, Die Young at 41. That's it.
That's it, baby.
That's all we got. That's all we got. Great change of pace for these guys. Great new direction for them. Listen to this, dude. It's just,
Yeah.
it is just like some blues right here, dude.
Right. Hey, I wanted to say that on the beginning, before this album started, and Tony Iommi, they let Ozzy go, and then Dio got let go from Rainbow, Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. Tony Iommi said that he was at the Rainbow over here in Los Angeles, and then Dio came in and they were hanging out and they were chit-chatting, and they needed a singer. Dio needed a band, and they said, why not? Let's get together. And the magic happened here in Los Angeles, California.
Right here. Smack dab where we're sitting.
Right. You ready to bring me to the next album, dude? I'm ready.
Let's go to the next album right here, guys. Here we go.
Woo! Yeah.
Turn Up the Night, lead off track. The Mob Rules, album number 2 with Ronnie James Dio, released in 1981.
And the other was released in 80?
Oh. Dude, they used to just churn them out back in the day.
They would just turn them out, man. So before we go too farther deep into the this album, so the last album cover was a little controversial. Any thoughts on that, Chris?
No, with the angels and the
And playing cards and
cards.
smoking. It was a little controversial. People get
Back
crazy.
in the day, in 2023, no one would care.
Yeah. So with that album, I mean, this album cover is even a little different.
Yeah.
I mean, you got like a demon face. You got these creatures. You got red paint or / blood written in the
Black Sabbath Mob Rules.
Correct.
Yep. Yep.
And in one of the album, like the first incarnation of the album, which is said, and I have not seen it, Chris, if you have the album in the corner in blood, it says Ozzy sucks. Did you ever hear about that?
No.
So the first printing,
I am going to have to check that out.
the first printing did have, now it's not crystal clear, but there's writing on the floor, and it kind of I want to say it's very close to the word Ozzy. It could be just scribble scrabble, and people just saying, "Oh, it looks like Ozzy." But when they, the record company, found that out, or they started to look at it again, and the second printing, third printing, they kind of airbrushed it a little bit out, move it a little bit, so it doesn't say that anymore. But the first incarnation of the album cover was Ozzy Sucks in the Corner.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna see what I can find out. I'll post it up on social media. I've never heard anything about that, but maybe. I'm sure somebody saw something and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But starting off, Chris, this Turn Up the Night starts this album off right, fast, paced, good. You know, I mean, just like what Dio would say, turn up the night. And that's what we want to do. That's what Big Talk's all about. We turn up the night.
That's right, baby.
As long as you turn up the volume, too.
Let's go.
Woo.
Oh, yeah, dude. This is right here. Voodoo, it's got a nice groove to it. It's got some nice harmonies in the chorus. I love it, dude.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie on that one, dude. That was
Why
just...
would you lie? Don't lie to the nation.
No. I'm not going to lie with you. This was just killer on this one.
Oh.
Now, when the guys started to write this album, halfway through the tour, Vinny Appice came into the band. He replaced Bill Ward because Bill was having some problem with his alcoholism.
Well, actually, it was in the tour before the album.
That's what I said.
Okay, I thought you said after. Yeah, Vinny Appice plays drums on this album.
he halfway through Heaven and Hell tour cycle, he got replaced by Vinny Appice, who finished up that tour cycle and then joined or became a member of Black Sabbath.
I agree with you.
For drums on this album. Now, I thought the drumming on this album was excellent. There was, Bill Ward has a certain groove. He does something, you know, he gels with those guys. He's been there for many years. Vinny Appice came in, and he's a different drummer. And he just killed it. I mean, for some reason, Dio loved him, and he's been through most of Dio's solo albums, along with Black Sabbath doing this, man.
You know, it's kind of like when Peter Criss got replaced by Eric Carr, and it changed that band totally with one. When he started drumming, not as significant as that, but yes, you can tell the difference of this drummer. He injected a new energy, a new flow, a new songwriting, a new way of that the band played. It's great. I love it. Why are you looking at me like that? You didn't want me to say
Why
that?
you gotta bring up fucking Kiss, man?
I'm just saying it was like Peter.
You want to use my analogy. All right, man, you son of a bitch.
Why did you say? Were you gonna bring that up?
No, of course not. You know what? I'll bring up Kiss that way. Kiss is number one.
I tell the truth at all times.
I know.
As much as it might hurt some people's feelings.
This is a great solo.
Or people might actually text you to be like, you know what? I agree with Chris.
Whoa. That was a one-time deal, man. That ain't happening again. I'm not. If it does come up in my texts, I'm not going to read it to you.
Question.
Answer.
Do you have any text from her saying, I totally agree with you and I disagree with Chris?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Here we go, guys. Let's go to the next song. The Sign of the Southern Cross. You can read all those texts later. You can send me videos of yourself reading them.
No, you're not getting any more texts, dude. Chris is right. I'm never going to say those words again from somebody else.
I bet you'll say in the next 5 minutes.
Chris is wrong.
There's some good stuff right here, dude. Starts off nice, and Ronnie James Dio's vocals are just amazing.
You know, right? Just
he is underrated. I don't understand how people don't think he's good. I don't know how anybody could say he's not as. He's amazing. His vocals are great. It's got range. It's amazing stuff.
You want to give me some names of who says they're not good?
People.
Yeah.
There are people I know.
Yeah. You know, those people better watch out. I'm going to go over there and slap them.
What do you mean, those people?
Those people who say Dio is not a good singer.
Yeah, I don't like those kind of people. Those kind of people. Man, this song is great. Listen, I mean, I know I don't want to do it, but you have to compare it to Ozzy. Just that. I mean, this is the music right now. It sounds like something they could have played with Ozzy, a little deeper. But that whole beginning part out of the question.
Oh, definitely. They couldn't have done it with Ozzy that way. No.
Very dark song. Sign of the Southern Cross. Possible demonic connotations. You know, they always wanted to be kind of on that edge. Black Sabbath did, obviously, with their name, some of the things they sang about. This song goes right along with the way they were since the beginning. Love this song.
All right, Chris, that was good, man.
Would you say I was right?
No. I was going to say, do you hear the keyboards in the background?
Of course I do.
Very subtle.
I hear Jeff back there playing.
Yeah, just very nice. Just, ooh, yeah, making a sound, maybe a wind sound.
That's what I was going to say. He's almost like accentuating the sound of wind.
Yeah.
The wind.
All done on keyboards.
The Southern Cross. Things that are hanging off the cross are blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
Smoke in the air. People trying to make their way through this battle-torn land. The sign of the Southern Cross is leading them, and they don't know where they're going, but they can't turn around or turn back. That's what this song sounds like to me.
I like it. Kill it.
I love this stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I love they don't do music like this anymore. They don't do music like this anymore. I'm sorry. I don't care. I haven't heard anything like this.
Okay. I'll agree with you on this.
So I'm right?
Yeah. But this is a very powerful song.
Yeah, it is.
In that sense, from the band that they're doing it. Same thing. Vinny Appice is doing his thing. Tony Iommi is wheeling on the guitar, and Geezer's still bringing that low end bass coming in. Sounds good, and Dio's voice.
And Jeff on the keyboards.
Okay, Jeff on the keyboards. Give me the next song, man, because I'm doing good.
Look at you. Here we go.
So cross.
E5150. What's the E stand?
Wait a minute. Did you say Edward 5150?
Okay. Okay.
That's what that stands for.
I got it right here.
I'm right. Edward 5150. Eddie let Tony use his guitar amp.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right. Tell us all about it.
They were both on the Warner Brothers label.
Okay.
The guys were doing this album in Los Angeles. They built a personal studio.
Okay.
Eddie came down. They were doing some riffs.
Okay.
He wanted to talk to Tony. Next thing you know, he's doing it. He goes, oh, yeah, man. Yeah, 5150. Oh, okay. Edward, 5150. And there it is. Bam.
I did not know that story.
Yeah. There you go.
Great, dude. I love it. You ready to go? Or you want to play the whole thing?
No, I'm ready.
Yeah, let's go. This is an intro, a little slow, little instrumental intro into this little gem.
This is not a gem. This is a rocker. Yeah.
Did
you hear that screaming?
Highlight of the album for me.
Definitely.
This song is a perfect fusion of Ronnie James Dio and Black Sabbath. It's just them, all their strengths coming together into a peak of greatness that is known as the Mob Rules.
Wow, that's a good analogy of that, dude.
I know.
That's killer. The Mob Rules.
You come together, good or evil, the mob will rule. You're trying to be one or two individuals trying to rule everybody. That mob gets together, they're going to rule. Same thing, Black Sabbath. Maybe it was a message. Ozzy, you can't do it on your own. The mob rules. Us.
Whoa.
Maybe. I don't know.
You read that. You read it between the lines on that one.
between the lines. I love this song, man. This is the best song for me on the album. Can't get enough of it.
I don't know, man. It's all right. Just kidding. It's a great song.
You love this one.
Listen to Fools. The Mob Rules.
Sweet guitar solo, sweet lyrics, sweet writing, sweet everything.
Cool.
It's not too sweet. It's just
There you go. Yeah.
Love the guitar solo. I could listen to this one back. I could listen to this one like 3-4 times in a row. It's a little short. It's only 3:14.
Is it on your gym mix?
Of course it's on my gym mix. I edit it to the top. All the way to the top. Let's go to the next song. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Oh, it's a country song. This is a country girl. Country song. Is this the first Dio country song?
Hold on, let me look. Written by Ronnie James Dio, Tommy Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Garth Brooks.
Not Bryan Adams?
And Garth Brooks. Oh, so, and Reba. Just kidding, guys. If you didn't know that. Yeah, dude. I mean, when you first look at the like, just if you just look at the song titles, you see Country Girl, you're like,
Yeah.
that's interesting. What is this song about?
And he's not a guy to talk about girls, like, you know.
No, this is
I'm a
kind
country girl.
of, you know, you gotta leave your if you want to achieve greatness and excellence, you have to come out of your comfort zone. Comfort zone is where excellence goes to die. And
Wow, okay.
He got out of his comfort zone a little bit, singing about something different, writing about something else. Great song came out of it. Yay for us, we get to hear it. So love it, dude. Great. Happy for his success on this one. It's a great song. That
Wow.
bass is just cutting. Boom, boom. I've never seen him play, but does Geezer play with his fingers, or have you ever seen him play, or what?
Yes. I want to say it plays with his fingers.
Like no pick. I think I've seen him, but boom, 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 boom.
No, it's bum, 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 bum. You got to add the extra bum.
Oh, sorry.
This is killer, dude. All right, man. You going to bring me the next song? Woo.
I was slipping away to the next one.
Yeah.
What are your feelings on this one?
Great, you know, sounding rock and roll song, man. Just bam, bam, bam. Love it.
Let's look at so yeah. So this whole album, all songs were written by Dio, Iommi, and Butler, and all lyrics were written by Ronnie James Dio. They also came out with like extra, CDs and extra editions. The 40th anniversary in 2021. Had a bunch of live tracks from Memorial Coliseum, London Odeon, Hammersmith Odeon, Portland Memorial Coliseum. And they actually play. If you look through this, when they played at the Portland Memorial Coliseum, they actually do play some Aussie songs. NIB, Black Sabbath, War Pigs, Iron Man, Paranoid, Children of the Grave. So they do play a lot of Aussie songs, and I feel like I would have no issue listening to Dio sing them.
Well, okay, yeah. So, but when you're an established band, like you have to go back and play some of the other songs that brought them to the table.
And that's just like you got to go back with like the only thing we have really to compare it to is our two bands actually. Now that I thought of another one, Van Halen, AC/DC. You got to go back and sing some of the songs, dude. You got to go back because
Definitely,
they're great songs. And I love how like especially with AC/DC, they're not unapologetic about it. They kill it, dude, with those songs that Bon Scott did. They kill it. Van Halen, Sammy Hagar. I don't think he killed it as much as Brian Johnson does in AC/DC.
No.
He almost just makes them his own. It's like, Bon Scott, you were great. You were amazing. I'm going to take it from here. Hold my beer.
Yes.
You're like, really, dude?
You know what? And the same thing. Sammy,
No disrespect to Bon Scott. Great vocalist. No disrespect.
You going to cut me off again?
Sorry.
Man, you're making me hear the solo now. I love it. I was going to say you're right about that because... yeah.
He said I'm right like 5 times now. Thank you. Go ahead. Sorry.
When Van Halen did songs with Sammy, they didn't butcher the Van Halen songs. But you're right, Sammy made him his. Let's just go with that.
Well, I was talking about AC/DC.
Well, same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's made his. Both those were good analogies of changing the singer and shit still working.
Yep.
So, killer.
Good stuff. Great stuff, actually. Let's go to the next song.
You know, these guys weren't afraid to start things off slow. And
The build-up, they really do a lot of the build-up.
They do a lot of build-up, which actually works because Dio's voice is so powerful. You know, and he can do these small little...
Oh, that's good, dude. You sound good.
Why don't you let me crush this can?
Idiot. You can hear it. You got some guitar. You got some Jeff's back. Do you hear Jeff?
No,
Keyboard?
I don't. No. Don't hear nothing. Oh yeah, I do know.
Some harmonies. You hear
Yeah.
that little vocal harmonies? Man, this is good stuff right here, dude. I'm gonna say it one more time. You gotta be on the headphones, dude. You can hear all. You can get in there. You can do this move.
Yeah.
What I hear? Really getting deep. That's like the getting deep move. You really can start hearing nuances.
Oh, you can hear the difference, huh?
Love it, dude. I love it. I love it.
That's a little too much for me. The pressure.
Listen to that. That's heavy. That's low. That's
Right?
Dare I say sinister sounding.
Yes.
Sinister sounding. Goes right along with falling off the edge of the world. What does that mean? Are you running? Are you being pushed? Are you being pushed out? You're falling off the edge of the world. You're crying for help and no one's here to help you and you feel like you're falling.
Isn't there a part of history where people would say the water ends, and what happens when the water ends? You fall off the edge of the world.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You know, ships
true,
came
too.
and nobody fell off the end of the world.
No, they didn't. Came around and the front of the boat poked you in the butt. Boop! Oh shit! You came around the world. Where'd you come from?
Right? Here it comes.
You know, Ronnie James Dio singing about what he sings about best, right? Just great stuff, fantasy and that sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Mystical creatures. Who's he, Harry Potter?
Yeah, he is. He's huge. Harry Potter's slightly taller.
Ooh, you got me on that one.
Unless you include the wand.
Oh. Did we ever find out how tall Dio was?
No.
5'4"?
Something right there. You know,
5'5"?
we did. Greg, did we go to that concert together? It was Motorhead, Heaven and Hell, and Judas Priest at Devore, San Bernardino. Were you at that show? Did you go to that one?
Yes, I was at that show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And if I remember correctly, we did not go to the Motorhead. They opened. We just went to see Heaven and Hell, which is Black Sabbath with Dio,
Yeah.
and Judas Priest, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Too busy partying, dude.
Party in the parking lot.
Heavy metal parking lot. That's what we
Hell
had.
yeah.
Our little version going.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. I'm going to the Navy next week. I'm 14 years old. Make out. Oh, my God. You belong on Mars, man.
I jump his bones.
Rob Halford, I'm not too sure about you. You guys just got the whole movie in like 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Love it. We'll have to have a watching party on that. Love this song. It's great. The slow build-up came, went, and it just rips from then on. Listen to that. Track 9, the final track on this album.
On and on.
Over and over.
Over and over and on and on.
Over and over and on and on, baby.
All right. You know what? This is very just heavy. and Dio fits right in, man. So
It's almost like
so good, dude.
we could do just as much justice to this by just hitting play and listening to this whole album and not saying a word. Sometimes I feel like we're doing an injustice trying to explain, but all I'm trying to convey, at least for me personally, is the way, like, I think I have, what they make me think about, what they mean to me, the way they make me feel. I am not a musician. I'm not a singer. I don't work in the music business. I just appreciate music, and I like the way that some music makes me feel. And this songs from a lot of these bands make me think. They make me feel good and contemplate and fantasize and be able to like leave my world and kind of go in these distant lands and stuff. And sometimes when I talk about that, I feel like maybe some people don't feel the same way and I'm wasting their time, and sometimes they just want to like let it play and just kind of, here's the album, push play.
Chris, I like the beat and I like to dance. I just gotta dance. I just want to dance, Chris. And when I hear these songs, I want to dance.
But man, Ronnie James Dio's voice just takes me to another place.
Yeah, just take it on that. Yeah, definitely, man. Through all these albums, man, Heaven and Hell and The Mob Rules, very killer. Chris, in the midst of being a kid, when we say this was released, 84?
No, 81. November 4th, 1981.
That was Heaven and Hell, right?
Mob Rules. Mob Rules was 81. Heaven and Hell was 1980.
Oh, shit. All right. I was definitely a younger kid. I want to say I wasn't even...
You were... I can tell you how old you were.
I want to say I was
11
12.
and 12.
11 and 12, yeah. So I know my brother had these albums. And, just real quick tidbit. My brother never liked to share his music with me, my older brother. So anything I had to get, I would either have to buy it again, right, for myself, or not listen to it all. So I think I missed out on Heaven and Hell. And
hold on a second. Your brother,
older brother,
your older brother would listen to music and he would love it, and he would own it, and he would not say, "Hey, Greg, come listen to this, dude. This shit's killer."
No. See, now if you flip it, this is my thing from that. And what I learned, what I flipped was when my parents had my younger brother Matt. He showed interest in rock. I would be glad to share my stuff with him because I wasn't like my older brother on that.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody ever say that before.
Yeah.
I thought that older brothers always wanted to like influence their younger, but like my brother influenced a lot of my musical tastes and my musical interests. I don't hold all of those still, but it exposed me to a lot of stuff that I never would have heard before, and I'm grateful for that. God, I don't want to be a dick, but man, that sucks.
It did, but that's what made me a different type of brother.
It happened for a reason, because it made you that oversharing, underbearing.
Yeah.
Let's check out some rock and roll.
And still today, I'm that overbearing, oversharing guy where I want to send people playlists. I want to share music that I found.
Solo.
I'm with you. If you let me talk, then I would say I want to share all the music, new, old, something, and share it with the world. Because that's who I am. I want to share because I think, oh shit, this is good. Here, check this out. And that's why I think a lot of the dynamic between me and you works, because I want to share. Like I said, I want to share Crocus with you, and it worked. And look at you now.
Yeah, dude.
You are totally focused on the Crocus.
Focus on the Crocus. Love it.
Yeah.
Sabbath, loving this right here.
Anyways, going off this rant,
listen to this play out solo, dude. Woo. I'm going to go quickly through some factoids before we hit our last song. This was actually the last song on the album. Charting, Canada, 19. Dutch, 47. Finland, 18. Japan, 63. New Zealand, 45. Sweden, 30. UK, 12. US Billboard, 229. 2022 in the German charts. It charted at 83. Canada is gold, UK silver with only 60,000, which is very interesting. United States gold with only 500,000. I can't believe that's got to be at least platinum. I will stand by my word. The Mob Rules was the first release. It charted in UK at 46. Turn Up the Night, 24 mainstream US, 37 UK singles, and Voodoo, 46 U.S. mainstream rock charts. I finished it before the last song got done. Oh, man. What two great albums. And we're going to close it out here with something that they did when they came back together and did the Heaven and Hell. That's what they called themselves when they came back together.
They came back.
Because they already had a Black Sabbath reunion at this point. So they're like, well, but we want to play together too. We can't be Black Sabbath again. Well, let's just be Heaven and Hell. And this is like the tour we saw them on. And this is good shit right here.
Correct. Yeah, and that was it, Chris. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, so the guys came back, and they had a different name. Now, it could have been the change of rights. Who owns the name? Who does this? But you're right. The reunion happened with Black Sabbath. Now they want to do Heaven and Hell and maybe take it in a different direction. They still could just, hey, we're just going to play Heaven and Hell and Mob Rules stuff, Dehumanizer, or do we play any of the Black Sabbath stuff? So whatever happened, it happened. Anyways, anything else you want to say?
I do. I want to tell everybody where they can get a hold of us on social media.
Go ahead. Give it to me.
BigTalkCG.podcast on Instagram. At BigTalkCG.podcast on TikTok. You want to email us? You want to let us know what's going on? BigTalkCG@gmail.com. If you want to go to Twitter, we're at BigTalkCG. And you can go to our bio on Instagram and go to our link tree, see everywhere you can listen to us. Look at these stickers Greg's showing you. You guys, if you guys want some of those stickers, they will be soon be available. Maybe some merch coming with that as well. Let us know. Let us know what you guys want, what you guys want to see, what you guys want to hear. We're available 24/7.
All right.
Take them out, Gregg.
All right. This is Gregg from the Big Talk Podcast. Listen and listen loud, folks. See ya.